This is Coach Lee with myexpatcoach.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about mistakes that people make while they are in no contact. Take a second and click the subscribe button below so that you can be notified when I have more content that's helpful to your situation, and that includes attraction, relationship dynamics, and breakups. So again, click the subscribe button real quick below so that you can be notified when I have new videos. Now, a lot of people will go into no contact after a breakup because they do some research into it and they figure out that it's the best thing to do, or because they don't know what else to do and nothing else has worked in the past after breakups, or they go into no contact because they realize it's actually the mature thing to do. Because when someone breaks up with you and they actually, in essence, are saying, I don't want you in my life anymore, the best thing that you can do is to give them what they want, to respect their decision and to back away. Now, this has the added benefit of allowing this person to miss you, which is what you have to know. They have to know, and you have to know, if by you not being in their life, you will be missed, if they will miss you or not. Now, often if you had a good relationship with them and you didn't do too much wrong after the breakup, you didn't plead and beg and annoy them and pester them and go over to their house and insist that they listen to you, and you're not going to leave until they talk to you, and you just keep texting and pestering them. If you do that too much, and you can get away with some of it, we all make mistakes, people make mistakes, and then go into no contact and it's still effective. As long as you were reasonable, as long as you did not appear like you were mentally very unstable, then no contact can still work very well for you. And so if the breakup was not just too terrible and the relationship was good, oftentimes, usually even, the person will miss you and want you back in their lives, at least to some capacity. Even if they aren't sure that they want to get back together right then, they miss you and they will often reach out because they want that connection with you again. They want to feel that with you, even if it's just over the phone, even if it's just a text. And that is often a very good sign that they miss you, and that even if they're not certain they want to get back together, that they are moving somewhat towards you, which is good, and you should let them keep coming to you. However, during no contact, there are things that you can do to harm your chances that can actually make no contact ineffective or not as effective as it could be. The first thing is perhaps the most obvious, and that is breaking no contact, at least before the period that you've decided, or in some situations, or based on what you have decided you're going to do ever. Breaking no contact when you're trying to do no contact will be frustrating for you because you will be upset at yourself after you do it. And it will only reassure the other person that you are in backup plan mode and that you're still maybe trying to get them back, especially if you try to get them back in the message when you reach out. Now, I certainly understand that you miss this person and that you love them and you want them back, and that it would feel so good to hear their voice or to see a response from them on your phone. I know what that feels like, but I can also tell you that when you really want something, you have to be disciplined. And at this point, during no contact, you must be disciplined to respect their decision and keep yourself out of their life. Because if they don't miss you and want you back, then why would they want to get back together with you? And if you stay involved and in their life, you do not give them the opportunity to miss you. And so they don't feel any motivation to do anything about it and to get you back into their lives or to come back into your life. So let me just encourage you, as I do in many of my videos, if you're in no contact with someone who's broken up with you, stay the course, stay strong. This is actually fighting for them. If you love them, you would do something difficult to get them back. This is that something difficult. Now, if you did the breaking up, your role is different. You should reach out if you want them back. You should tell them you made a mistake, you missed them, and that you want them back if they will have you. So this does not apply if you were the one who did the breaking up. But if you have been dumped, you've got to respect the person's decision. That is the mature thing to do, even though it is difficult. It is the disciplined thing to do. It is also the most natural thing to do, even though it is very difficult. And the reason it is the most natural thing to do is because when someone does not want you in their life, you cannot get them to want you in their life by trying to force it. When salesmen call us and we tell them no and they keep repeatedly calling, it seems intrusive and awkward. It does not seem natural. What is natural is when the other person welcomes you in and wants you in their life. When they break up with you, it is not natural for you to continue to contact them and reach out and try to change things. You must respect their decision and stay back and stay in no contact. Another mistake people make, which is a little bit on the humorous side, but I guess it's not if you've done it, they will tell their ex that they are in no contact. Well, I'm in no contact right now, or I'm going to go into no contact now. It is so key that you do not give away your strategy. And though it is a natural response, and one of my extreme focuses is that you learn to be your true self, that you do not hide or put on a show or act or pretend or become fake, that is so detrimental, because the person you will attract will be attracted to the fake you. And that's who you'll have to be. You'll have to keep pretending because that's what they apparently fell in love with or wanted. And usually deep down somewhere they know that, and they know something's wrong, and that just makes the relationship doomed. But you want to be yourself, because then the person who falls in love with you and wants to be with you, they want the real you. And so you don't have to put on a show or an act. You can just be you, and the right person will want to be with you. That gives you the greatest chance for long-term relationship success. And so I encourage you, not just in relationships, but in life, to be yourself. That you are enough, that you have true confidence, that you can be yourself, and that you should be. And if people don't like that, then you were able to dismiss and get rid of someone who will not be good for you and will not be a good friend or romantic partner in your life, because they don't like the real you. So you want to be yourself so that the right people will be in your life, the people who like and love and are attracted to the real you. And then you never have to worry about pretending or being fake. You can just be you. But telling your ex that you're in no contact. First of all, no contact is just a title. It's something I use to communicate a status, that you are not contacting this person at this time. And that's all it is. It is simply describing the fact that you are not in contact with this person, at least as far as you're concerned. You're not initiating contact with this person. That's what it means. We shouldn't give it more power or treat it as though it's a drug or some kind of hypnosis tool. It's simply a mature response, and it allows the other person to miss you, which is what has to happen in order for them to want to get back together with you, and for the two of you to know if they want you back. It's the way to actually know if this person truly wants you out of their lives or not. And so don't refer to it as some sort of game. As I say in other videos, no contact is not a game. It's a mature response. And so telling your ex that you're going into no contact, first of all, it sounds like you are telling them that you're using some game on them. And so that's not effective at all. Second of all, it takes away all the mystery. They know you're not going to reach out to them, and so they don't check their phone for it. And they can't be disappointed when you don't. So you render yourself powerless in no contact because your ex knows that you don't plan on contacting them or that you're trying to stay away. Don't do that. We want some of that mystery for them to wonder, is he going to reach out tomorrow? Or is she going to text me this week or today? That's what we want, because that's when they allow themselves to think about you and contemplate what life will be like without you, which is so key to letting them see what life is truly like without you, and if they want to go on without you and continue with the breakup. The third one is also a bit humorous. Checking with the other person during no contact to see if they've had enough. In other words, well, I haven't talked to you in a week. You ready to get back together? Yeah, that does not work. It's just like when people ask for space. There was one coaching client that I had whose girlfriend asked him for space. He called her the next day and asked if she'd had enough space. What do you think the answer was there? I'm not going to tell you. So don't ask them if they've had enough no contact, or if they've missed you at this point, if you've stayed away long enough so that now they miss you and want you back. Don't say miss me yet. All that kind of stuff. Don't do that. It's artificial. It's manipulative. It also makes you look bad. It makes you look needy and clingy and pathetic and weak. It makes you look like you staying away from them with some sort of strategy you're trying to use to manipulate them and get them back. And we don't want them thinking that, even if that's why you're using it. Though I would tell you that no contact is just as much for you, and it's a mature response. Some people I get use it as a tactic and they really lean on it, and that's okay. Your emotional response is something that you have every right to have. And if you lean on no contact as a tactic, as something that you know works well and has a good record of working, that's fine. But just also keep in your mind that it's for you and that it's a mature response. It's not just a quote tactic. Another mistake you can make during no contact is overanalyzing. And what I mean by overanalyzing is that every day you count down the days and you won't give yourself relief or a break from this. And that's where I often tell people, allow yourself 15 minutes a day to sit and think about the situation, to worry about it, to imagine what your ex might be doing. Because if you try to stay away from it, it's going to be difficult to do because you're forbidding yourself. And so it seems like it would be so wonderful if you could just do it. So give yourself some time during the day to do that. But also, when you're done, or when it's not that time period during the day, tell yourself, no, I'm not going to think about this right now. I have time when I allow myself to do it, and now's not the time. But don't overanalyze things. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but don't overanalyze things. Try to focus on the moment. Tell yourself you're doing the best thing that you can do to get your ex back, and do your best to focus on friends, family, hobbies, passions, and life. Try to take it one day at a time, and just know that you're doing the best thing that you could do. And that's all you can do. And I understand that's difficult to do, and you can't just start thinking that way and everything feel better. But try. Just do it. Fake it till you make it. It's important. Another mistake people make in no contact is asking their friends about the ex, especially if these are mutual friends, because so often the word will get back to your ex that you're asking, and they may even think that they're helping you. They may go to your ex and say, hey, I just wanted you to know that she was asking about you and that she really misses you and loves you. You should give her another chance. Well, what they're going to think is that you put them up to this, or they're going to realize that you're checking in on them and that you're telling your friends what a hard time you're having and how much you're missing them. And that can lower attraction. It can make you look weak and pathetic. And I understand you wish that those things would endear yourself to your ex and make them miss you and want to be back with you because they realize how much you care. But at the moment, it matters how much they care and how attracted they are to you. And so while they may feel sorry for you and regret that they've hurt you, it will not be effective to reattracting them and getting them back. Check out my emergency breakup kit. It's linked to in the description below. It's got amazing strategies and suggestions on helping you to get your ex back and stay strong during the breakup so that you will have the best chance of getting your ex back. Just take a link at the description below, and I go over a lot of these things and much more in the emergency breakup kit. Now on to the next mistake people make during no contact, and that is social pouting. So you post on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use, and you say something about how these days have been difficult, the last week has been tough, and you say something about how it's just so difficult dealing with betrayal from someone, or is there not anyone out there who wants to work on a relationship and actually make things last? You know, you've probably seen the post from somebody like that who's hurt. I know it hurts and you want to vent, and you probably even want to get a message to your ex, but I can tell you the message will not be effective. It will actually make you look pathetic and weak and will solidify you into backup zone where your ex thinks, I can take my time with the breakup because if I ever do want to get back together, he's still there waiting, or she's still there waiting, just wanting me. And so they don't ever feel the breakup. It's artificial to them because they were in control and they broke up with you. They don't fear losing you. And so they're not really experiencing the breakup because you're right there. It's sort of as though you've got your hand extended out to them and they know they could take it at any point. And we don't want them thinking that. We need them to feel the fear of loss, that you could move on. And so by social pouting, they see that you're still having a very difficult time. And so they feel that they could get you back at any moment. And in that way, they don't truly experience the breakup. And so you've got to give them the breakup. You've got to let them feel the same loss that you feel. Another mistake people make is something I referred to a little bit earlier, and that is doing no contact only to get your ex back. Yes, no contact is effective at getting your ex back because it's a mature response that shows that you are mature and lets them miss you. But it is also very much for you, to help you get stronger, to help you feel some of that power come back, to help you feel confident. And so that you respect yourself again. You don't feel that you're begging and pleading and depending on them so much and just hoping for crumbs from their table, but you are actually making yourself be strong. It's a decision that you have control and power over, and that's so very important. So it's for your healing as well, because if you are interacting with them, it's like taking a Band-Aid off slowly instead of just ripping it off. Going into no contact helps you rip the Band-Aid off, even if they don't come back, though the odds are very good if you do no contact and the situation is, as I described earlier, that you have a good chance they will miss you and want to come back to you. And you will begin to feel the wheels turning and the wind at your back during no contact. Very often, people will describe it as they feel good about it. And that's what's so important. No contact is just as much for you as it is to get your ex to miss you. Another mistake people make during no contact, and I talk about this in my emergency breakup kit, which is linked to in the description below, and that is not controlling your own thoughts. Do you ever feel helpless to your own thoughts, that it's almost as though someone else is thinking them? You control your own mind, and so do your best to focus on other things: passion, hobbies, friends, entertainment, fun, laughter, getting out, taking a walk, walking your dog, whatever it is. You control your thoughts. Whenever they drift to your ex and you begin to think of things in a down and depressed kind of way, that they're never coming back, or how miserable you're going to be without them, or have been, or how miserable the days are, choose to control your thoughts. You may have to think some thoughts that you don't feel at the moment. You may have to think to yourself, I can handle this. I can thrive in spite of this. I'm an attractive person. I can get someone else who is even better for me. You kind of have to fake it until you make it by telling yourself these things. You're encouraging yourself. And so you need to learn to control your own thoughts. And when they go to somewhere where you don't want them to go, you must learn to refocus on something else. Transform your mind. And that helps you do no contact and stay in no contact. But no contact also helps you do that. And so it works both ways. Another benefit to no contact: control your own thoughts. Learn to control and focus your own thoughts. Another mistake that people make during no contact is not going out and having a good time and having good stories to tell your ex about when they do come back. Go out and have fun with friends. Go learn a new skill. Start a new hobby. Do things. Live life so that you do have something to tell your ex. Some interesting things to tell your ex when they come back, or if they reach out and ask how you've been. You don't want to say, well, I've really learned how to change the channels on the TV without looking at the control because I'm on the couch pouting all the time. That's not attractive. That's not you. That's not who you want to be. And that's not who your ex wants you to be either, because they want you to be attractive. They want you to win. They want you to be the prize so that they can pursue you, just like they would be the prize that you would pursue, and it would be somewhat equal. They don't want to feel that your life has been destroyed because they won't be with you, because that will mean they are less attracted to you. So, live your life. Pursue your passions so that you will have interesting things to tell your ex when they reach out to you or when they come back. But also, and mainly, do it for you. Practice self-love. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Expect more from yourself. And the last mistake that I'm going to talk about in this video is falling for loss versus love. And what I mean by that is that when a breakup has happened, you feel extreme loss. It is very difficult. And a lot of times in our efforts to get back what we lost, or to get rid of that feeling of loss, we feel like we want this person and love this person. But what we're really chasing is to get back what we lost, because we hate to lose. As human beings, we hate to lose. And that feeling of loss is so powerful. I've had coaching clients who I was working with them just on their relationship and being as attractive as they can be, who are even telling me, I think I'm going to break up with this person. And then a week later, they schedule another coaching call with me because this person broke up with them. And now they want them back. And I'll say, well, just a week ago, you said you were going to break up with them. What changed? They lost this person. The sense of loss, the feeling of loss is so powerful. And oftentimes we can mistake that for love. Now, a lot of you were truly in love with this person who broke up with you. I'm certainly not dismissing that and just saying it's loss. I know. Most of the time it's love. And loss magnifies that to make it hurt even more. So what I'm trying to tell you is try to separate the loss from the love. You can hurt from losing this person that you love, that this person left you, but try not to focus only on the loss. And I know that that's complex and that's difficult. Just know that there is a difference, that sometimes what you're feeling is that you want back what you've lost and that something has been taken from you. And that's what we want your ex to feel, really, is that they have lost you in their life, because that can get their attention and magnify what they feel for you and let them see it more clearly and want to get back what they have lost. But you must know that if you have been dumped, that the reason you feel so panicked and desperate is because you have lost something. And as humans, we will work 10 times as hard to get back something we lost than to gain something that we don't have. And I've explained that in other videos. But just know that there is a difference between feeling the pain of loss and feeling love. and try to separate that as much as you can within your own heart so that you are not a victim of just feeling that you want to get back what you've lost. That's key to knowing if you want to get back with your ex or not. Because after some no contact and that sense of loss begins to go away, you learn that lesson anyway. So it's better to try to start learning it immediately so that you can know if your ex is even worth, in terms of what they are or were in your life, all of this pain. So try to separate the feeling of loss from the feeling of love. Get more information about my emergency breakup kit. It's in the link below, and I really appreciate all the emails that I get from people who are telling me how helpful it was to them. It's flattering that you would say those things, and I appreciate that. Again, the link is in the description below, and it's called the Emergency Breakup Kit. You can get more information about it in the link below or at myexbackcoach.com. If you want to schedule a coaching call with me, you can do that at myexbackcoach.com, and we can put together a plan to get your ex back. If my calendar does not work with your calendar, or if I'm booked out too far, the Emergency Breakup Kit is your best bet. It's extremely effective. Remember that it's important what you do in no contact just as much as it's important what you do not do. This has been Coach Lee. Please click the subscribe button below, and thank you for watching.